Surprise, mother.
With everyone playing Oblivion again, I figured it would be apt to look at how other places dealt with the Oblivion Crisis. You see, Emperor's Dagon didn't just invade Cyrodiil, he planned to invade all of Tamriel and rule over it, creating portals to the Deadlands, his realm. Now we don't know loads about all the places he attacked, but we have key details about 4 places. Cyrodiil, obviously, Morowind, the Somerset Isles, and Blackmarsh, now called Argonia, where these scaly lunatics live. You see, Argonians are mental, hardcore, and way cooler than the games have you believe, and nothing demonstrates this better than how they dealt with the Oblivion Crisis. Now I won't go over the Oblivion Crisis in Cyrodiil too much because, well, there's an entire game and a remaster based on it, but it obviously doesn't go very well, with Kvatch getting destroyed immediately and the Empire being so weakened that you could argue it was doomed from that point on with the end of the Septim dynasty. The Dunmer of Morrowind don't do much better either, with the city of Ald'ruhn falling at the hands of the Daedra. The Altmer suffered too, and not even the most powerful mages could prevent the fall of the Crystal Tower. Kinda like the Altmer version of the Arcane University. While elves and men suffered at the hands of the Daedra, and it's largely unknown how the Khajiit fared, it is known that the Argonians were not just ready, but willing to take on Morowind Dagon's forces head on. And it's all because of these things. You see, a large part of Argonian culture revolves around the Hist, large spore trees that some consider the original life forms of Nirn. The Hist are as important to Argonians as the moons are for the Khajiit and Ifrit is to tribal wood elves, with Argonian eggs being incubated in Hist sap. If unborn Argonians are somehow disconnected from the Hist, then they will die. Still, the Hist comes with quite a few benefits, and in a way it's kinda like a hive mind. It's likely the reason that their spores being kinda based off mushroom colonies that can stretch miles. Now many believe that these Hist trees are sentient, which explains why they were somehow able to anticipate the opening of the Oblivion Gates. They rallied the Argonian population back to Blackmarsh and got them ready for the invasion. Gathering all the Argonians wasn't enough though. The Hist trees even invited them inside, whatever that means, and essentially made genetically modified Argonian super soldiers, perfect for fighting the Daedra. By the time the Oblivion Gates opened, taking everyone else by surprise, the Argonians were more than ready, and while other countries suffered destruction of cities and massive losses of life, the Argonians showed Tamriel what they were made of.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Ooh.
According to the Ancilil, God I really hope I got that right, an Argonian political party formed during the Oblivion Crisis, they wiped the floor with the Daedra. They were so successful in defending their homeland that they decided to counter-attack Oblivion. Yes, they actually decided to invade Oblivion back. They just do things for the love of the game. I want you to understand how mental that is. It isn't like the Argonians can take land from Oblivion. I mean, what would be the point? The Deadlands are a burning trash heap trying to do their best Doom impression. Although, it's not as bad as Morthal.
Don't ask me why, I've just woke up in a f***ing mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole!
No, the Argonians did this to flex, to really make sure the Daedra didn't come back. And while the rest of Tamriel was getting shredded, Dagon had to shut the Oblivion Gates in Blackmarsh after Argonian super soldiers kept turning up in his lawn. It's probably pretty safe to assume that some Argonians were still trapped in the Deadlands when the Oblivion Gates shut, and, well, probably died. But I like to think they just kept going. They're genetically modified to kill Daedra after all, which is kind of a wild statement. And it would be funny if Dagon is still finding the odd rabid Argonian causing chaos 200 years later. I mean, Dagon found out the hard way that Blackmarsh is a big reason why the Argonians are so difficult to conquer. With its swamps and its harsh climate that's so difficult for non-Argonians to traverse, it's no surprise that even the Daedra struggle to roam the place. Combine this with the Hist upgrades and even Daedric princes have to throw in their towel against Argonians. I mean, the Hist prepared so well that the Argonians were actually better off after the Oblivion Crisis, and while literally everybody else suffered massively, especially the Empire, the Argonians were ready to become independent, leaving the weakened Empire to become its own nation. This is when Blackmarsh got renamed to Argonia, and at the start of the First Age, the Argonians thought to themselves,
hey, we're actually really good at invading apparently.
I mean, slapping the shite out of Maris Dagon will do that for your confidence. And the Argonians had the perfect spot and the perfect time. While still reeling from the Oblivion Crisis, the Dunmer had the worst year ever, called the Red Year, resulting in a moon island hitting them and a massive volcano exploding. When all this hit, the Argonians pounced and managed to invade and pillage most of South Morowind. But you have to wonder, why Morrowind specifically? Well, there are plenty of reasons. Perhaps they were sick of being called farm tools and wanted revenge for years and years and years of enslavement. There are rumours that the Thalmor egged them on because they literally could be behind everything. Seriously, the moon disappears, blame the Thalmor. The dragons are back, blame the Thalmor. The main gets assassinated, blame the Thalmor. The Bosmer are being purged in Valenwood, blame the Thalmor. Oh wait. No, they actually are doing that one, aren't they? Huh. Well, other rumours suggest that this is a predetermined plan by the Hist, and others just say they took the perfect opportunity to expand their borders. To be honest with you, all these reasons and theories hold weight, and they could all be true at once. I mean, none of them contradict each other. Maybe they just really wanted to.
Now we go on the offensive. We take 2 of the Changretta pubs. We take them tonight. That's it.
Oh, right. For Christ's sake, why?
Hey?
Why?
Why? Because we fucking can! Because we fucking can! And if we can, we do!
Much like their invasion into Oblivion, this one was a rousing success. When the Dunmer finally managed to drive the Argonians back home, they had to move their capital from Mournhold to Blacklight because the original capital got sacked that badly. The Dunmer were basically given Solstheim out of pity, and many still ended up living in Skyrim as refugees. It doesn't help that Argonian clans still live in South Morrowind and attack Dunmer whenever they can. For the most part, Argonia appears neutral in the conflict between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion, probably because both sides don't really want to mess with these crazed lizards. Although practically independent, Morrowind is still technically a part of the Empire, yet the Empire didn't do anything to stop the Argonian invasion. Most of the help with relocating many of the Dunmer was actually done by Skyrim and the High King at the time. Although, I can't really blame the Empire for this. Imagine your great empire with the largest army in the world barely surviving the Oblivion Crisis, and then you just look a little south and realise that these scaly bastards are actually enjoying themselves. I mean, they were killing Daedra for fun. Yeah, those aren't the kind of people I'd want to mess with, especially with trying to get into Blackmarsh. So yeah, just as a final reminder, when you see those corny Argonians in Oblivion, their Blackmarsh counterparts are probably genetically modified super soldiers ready to throw hands with devils and dark elves, in that order. Just pray you're not one of them too.